computer. And record. Okay, you're on.
Welcome to Fun Facts about the Saints, and today we have a very special guest today, Kateri Tekakwitha. Thank you for joining us.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Of course. So tell us a little bit about your history.
Well, I was born in what is now known as New York, the state of New York. My mother, she was an Algonquin Christian who had been kidnapped by the Iroquois. They gave her as a wife to the chief of the Mohawks, and that's how my parents got together, and that's where I came from. And yeah, so that's where I'm from.
Nice. So my first question. So my second question is how is your face transfigured from smallpox?
Well, when I was 4 years old, my family got smallpox, and my parents both died, and my little brother died, but I survived with scars, and they really made me feel embarrassed and shamed, and I would often walk around with a blanket on my head and kind of hide myself from them.
Did you feel like calling from God when you converted?
I did. When I was a young girl, my uncle took me in after my parents died. There had been a peace treaty with the French, and the French had insisted that priests come and stay in the villages. And so that's where I first heard about God, was from those priests who were staying with my uncle and in the village. And my heart was just drawn to all that they were sharing about God and about Jesus. And my heart was just longing to be with them. And my uncle was not happy about that. So it took me a long time till I became Catholic. When I was 19, I finally fully converted to Catholicism.
Why were you known as Lily of the Mohawks?
Well, a lily has always been known as for purity or chastity, and they often wanted to marry me to somebody, and I never wanted to get married because I wanted to only belong to Jesus. And so often they called me, they referred to me as the Lily of the Mohawks. On my gravestone, it says, the fairest flower that ever bloomed among red men. So I was always known as a beautiful gift of flower for God.
Is there anything else you want to share with us?
Yes. So when I was finally converted, I went to a village where there were many more Christian or Catholic Indians, and it was in Canada. So many Canadians consider me their saint because of that. I also had finally there heard about sisters or becoming living for God only, and that's where I was very excited to do that. Very loved God and I never stopped praying for my people to finally find Jesus and to find His love. So I spent the rest of my life praying for my fellow men and for everyone to get to know Jesus.
Well, thank you for joining us for Fun Facts about the Saints.
Yes, it was great to be here. Thank you.
Of course.
Thanks, Kateri.